That's position. That's the batting order.
Oh, okay, my
Jerseys.
bad then.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to Alternate Baseball here at Wright State on Monday for a GCL matchup, game number 2 against Roger Bacon. Um, it's a it's a different group here tonight for the Alternites as the senior class is on their trip to Washington, D.C. So Coach Hosel's playing with the lineup, younger group here tonight, but we'll see if they are up to the task. So, as I said, this is game number 2 of the series. Alter traveled down I-75 on Friday night and ran into a traffic jam against Roger Bacon, losing that game. After a rough first inning. And once the Knights got through that first inning, uh, things turned around for them. And so they are looking to right the ship here tonight. And coming into the game, Alter is at 3-3, 500 ball, 1-2 in the GCL, and Roger Bacon comes into the game 5-3 and 1-2 in the GCL. So Roger Bacon, and going back and looking at the box score, they did not have a lot of hits. In fact, I believe Alter actually ended up out hitting them for the game. But walks will kill you, pass balls will kill you, and errors will kill you. And it was the trifecta of hell for the Knights on Friday night. I mentioned pass balls tonight. Matt Mahoney gets his first start behind the plate for the Knights because Danny Mangan is on the mound because Luke Ewald is in Washington, D.C. So a big task for Matt just because there is a huge porch. There's probably a 30-foot plus porch to the back wall. So he's going to have to block everything that comes over the plate tonight for the Knights. So let's take a quick look at the lineup here for the Knights. And pitching and batting leadoff is freshman Danny Mangan. Sam McClanahan is at first base and batting second. Zach Claiborne bats third at shortstop. In the cleanup spot, we have Alex Dunkel, who's in right field. Matt Scheretti bats fifth in center field. Spencer Girding is at third base. Max Homan gets his first start at second base this year. Nolan Meyer gets his first start in left field. And Matt Mahoney is behind the plate tonight. Junior Matt Mahoney catching for the Knights. So we are just about ready to begin here at Wright State. A nice evening. Weather forecast had it kind of questionable for a while, but the sun is out. There is a stiff cross wind going from right field to left field. And up to bat first is Jake Speed, the third baseman for Roger Bacon. So the first pitch is a strike, and this game is underway. I think the thing that I'm most excited about here tonight for the game is there's actually a batter's box drawn. The other night was there was nothing, and that I hate to say that the umpiring was questionable, but the umpiring was questionable. He was all over the place with his count. So we'll see what we have here tonight. The pitch. Ball low. 2-1 is the count. Scoreboard operator is not flashing balls and strikes, so I'm going to have to pay attention here this evening. That is behind the head, and the count is 3-1. Ground ball to Girding. Girding ball's off his glove, and Speed is aboard with an error here in the first. Evan Kelsey The second baseman is batting second here for Roger Bacon. So we're playing on turf here, so the bounces will be true bounces tonight. You're not going to see a lot of obstructions or slow balls in the infield. Everything's going to come out at a true clip and speed. The delivery, that's low, ball one. Infield back at double play depth. McClanahan holding speed on at first. The pitch, that's a ground ball to Girding. Girding throws it over to Max Homan, who gets the force at second. There's one away in the inning. So Spencer Girding comes right back, forgets about the previous play, and makes a play there at second. And so with one out, that will bring up first baseman Chris Hoffman for Roger Bacon. Runner's going, the throw down, and he is safe. And that bounced right off his neck, the runner's neck. One ball is the count. So Mangan's going to have to shake up his looks here to the base runner. He comes set and delivers. Just missed high. 2 balls. Claiborne holding the runner on base, leaving a pretty decent gap. That's a fly ball to center field. Scheretti over, makes the catch, and the ball is quickly thrown back into the infield, and we have 2 down in the inning. And that will bring up number 00, Chris McDaniel, to the plate. Delivery is low and inside. 1 ball. Mangan checks the runner and throws back to Homan, who is to the right of the bag. Not trying to make a play, just trying to keep everybody honest. Mangan delivers. That ball is popped up and at a play to the right. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Mangan checks the runner. He delivers. That ball is inside. 2-1. Homan flashes to second, but Mangan delivers. Ball misses outside. And Kelsey's trying to draw a throw to second base so he can break to third. Mangan steps off and just walks him back. You can hear the wind here. It is gusting right now, and the umpire calls time. McDaniel playing shortstop this evening for Roger Bacon. That ball is popped up and out of play behind the press box. And we are full with the count here. So 2 outs in the inning. Roger Bacon is threatening with the runner on second. And the payoff pitch. Mangan looks in, checks the runner, and delivers. Swing and a miss, and Mangan, that was a nice curveball pitch that caught McDaniel, and just like that, the Knights worked themselves out of the inning. Much better first inning than Friday night. So after 1/2 inning, Roger Bacon 0, Alter Knights coming to bat. Okay, so now it's the Knights' turn up at bat, and leading off for the Knights is pitcher today, freshman Danny Mangan. First pitch is popped up, right field, and out of play. Ground ball, third base. Third baseman backhands it. Long throw over to first, and one is down in the inning. And that will bring up a left-handed first baseman, Sam McClanahan. Sam normally not up this high in the order, but Jack DeMario, that ball is a strike on the outside corner. Jack DeMario is out in Washington, D.C. with the seniors. That was a nice pitch, curveball over for a strike. That ball is high and away. Throwaway pitch. 1-2 is the count. And pitching tonight for Roger Bacon is Evan Webb. Ball's outside. 2-2. That ball is hit, bounced right over the pitcher's head, but the shortstop comes across the bag, makes the nice play, throws over to first. McClanahan was safe by a half step, but umpire called him out, and nobody liked it here, and I think the Roger Bacon fans were just as surprised as the Alternites fans. But with 2 outs, that brings up shortstop Zach Claiborne. Ball misses outside. Webb working from the windup. Delivers ball high. 2-0 against Claiborne. So the wind is gusting. It's a steady crosswind, but then it will have these gusts that kick up. That's a ground ball. Second baseman's over. Throw on to first, and Alter goes down 1-2-3 in the first, and at the end of one complete, score is 0-0. Okay, so we are top of the second inning here for Roger Bacon, and ball 2, delivery, and I apologize, I did not have 27 in the lineup that was given to me, but in looking down, actually the roster I have, there is no 27 on there, so I'm guessing that is number 20, Dylan Polk, who is the designated hitter. Polk, on Friday's game, came home on a play and stepped very awkwardly, and I think there was a fear that he had pulled a hamstring, but looks like he recovered well and is in the lineup tonight and finds himself on first base after a quick walk by Danny Mangan. And Mangan delivers to number 13, the pitcher, Evan Webb. Polk has a minimal lead at first. Nice pitch by Danny, fastball. And Webb was on take the whole way, and 1 strike. That ball just missed inside. I mean, it was no more than a baseball off the plate. the delivery. The ball's low. Mahoney does a nice job of dropping to block that. Again, he has to stop and block that, and 2 quick walks. We do not want to get into this situation tonight, and that will bring up center fielder Jake Cheetah. And this looks like could be a bunting situation here. Mengen delivers, and there's he offered strike 1. Of course, Girding has to stay pat, cover the bag on this, so it's going to be up to Mengen, and McClanahan is up too. So Homan holding the runner on, and a throw back to Homan. But you have to wonder if McClanahan will charge on a bunt because nobody will be there to cover first. He offers again. Strike 2. Offered and missed. Good miss outside. Mengen delivers. Foul tip, so he stays alive. That was he was just trying to just punch that ball in front of the plate. So the count holds at 1-2. Mengen delivers. That ball's to the backstop. That will advance the runners. And the count evens at 2-2. So the infield playing corners are up. That's a ground ball. Claiborne makes a diving catch. Beautiful play. A diving catch. Beautiful. One-0 delivery. That ball is popped up in foul territory. Mahoney wants it and makes the catch. Mengen quickly running over. Mahoney wants it and makes the catch. Mengen quickly. And with 2 away, that will bring up left fielder Ryan Holla. That's a ground ball to Girding. Girding is up, makes the throw to first, and Sam McClanahan makes a nice one-bounce scoop to retire the side. And so Mengen walks the first 2, but The Knights work themselves out of it. Nice defensive effort, and in the middle of the second inning, the score is 0-0. Okay, leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning for the Knights is freshman right fielder Alex Dunkel. Normally finding Dunkel at first base or right field. Tonight it's right field. Strike one. Second pitch. Caught him on the hands, swinging inside. 2 quick strikes. And here comes the junk pitch. There it is. Nice changeup for swing and a miss on strike 3. So with 1 out, that brings up Matt Scheretti to the plate. Scheretti shifting over from right field to center field tonight. That's a ground ball chopped foul down the third base line. 1 strike. The windup and delivery. He held. Ball 1. So 1-1's the count on sophomore Matt Scheretti. Ball 2 will roll to the fence. Looking at the Knights lineup, it's a very young lineup out in the field tonight, and it's a sign of really the future of what next season will look like. Ground ball chopped into the alternate dugout, and the count evens at 2-2. So the nucleus is there of a very strong team for the future, and I know that next year there's a ball high missing. The count is full. There's a strong group of current 8th graders that will be coming and playing here next year, so the future is bright. That's inside, and Scheretti patiently works the count, and he is aboard first base with 1 out. And that will bring up the third baseman, Spencer Girding. So we'll see if Spencer can push Scheretti over. Throw over to first base. Scheretti back. Swing and a miss. Webb quick throw over to first. Scheretti back, head first. Webb wanting to work quickly. Girding making him wait. Strike two looking. Scheretti getting another half step of a lead over on first. The pitch, that's a ground ball. Back to the pitcher. Pitcher, oh, through to the left of the shortstop, and that was a throwing error. And we have two aboard here for the Knights. And that will bring up second baseman, freshman Max Homan. Homan getting his first start of the year in the field tonight. Mostly coming in middle relief, and infield is up, first base is up, expecting a sacrifice. Homan swing and miss, high and inside, one strike. Homan fouls that off into the Roger Bacon dugout, and quickly two strikes on the freshman. And if form holds up here, he will be seeing some form of junk here from Webb. Webb doing that every time he's up in the count. Steps back to get Scheretti to recommit to second base. But he delivers. Homan fouls that up and out of play. Count remains 0-2. Nice sized crowd here for a high school game. Roger Bacon traveled well too, up from Cincinnati. The 0-2 delivery. Homan swings. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Not quite sure what happened because first base was not occupied, but he called and the ball went to the backstop, but he called him out. Not sure what happened there. So with two outs, it is up to left fielder Nolan Meyer. Meyer coming on in relief last Friday against Roger Bacon, pitching really strong for the second back-to-back time this year. And that's a ground ball. That's over to shortstop. Shortstop throws up, and oh, he's safe. He overthrew. The first baseman had to jump to get the ball. And what happened was Meyer went right around the tag, and that's going to score both runs here. It was a bang-bang play. Difficult to see from here, but it looked like he got around. Umpire was positioned over by second base shortstop, and he's going to ask, said he didn't have the umpire, so he's going to come in and ask the home plate umpire to check and see if he got the foul. No, he's calling him out now. So take the two runs off the board for the Knights. And Mike Hosel not happy about that. Not happy at all. End of 2, 0-0. So, hate to keep saying it, but we've not had the sharpest umpires. I think the issue I had with that umpire in the field is he made no effort whatsoever to try to get into position to make that call. The home plate umpire's responsibility, in addition to watching that, was and he was looking to see if the runners were touching home plate. So take two runs off of the scoreboard for the Knights, and we are going into the top of the third inning here, 0-0. Great opportunity for the Knights to jump out. So the umpire trying to explain himself to Coach Mike Kozel. Fans not liking that, but I've yet to see a play ever changed by arguing the call. So now we just need to get refocused here, and the Knights can't let that get to them. Just need to move on, play some defense here. So as we begin the top of the third, that's going to roll the order over, and third baseman Jake Speed will lead things off. And timeout on the field. Mahoney going over to grab the wristband. Had to take that off, getting ready to bat. And now we're ready to go. Mangan delivers. Nice curveball, just missing inside. That's a ground ball to Girding, who throws over to first for 1 out. Second baseman Elvin Kelsey is the batter for Roger Bacon. Strike one. Nice to be working ahead here. Mangan working from the windup. Evan Kelsey asking for time. Mahoney has to slide out, drop, and make that stop. And the count is 1-1. Ball gets past Mahoney, goes to the backstop. No harm, no foul. Nobody was on base. Ball high, 2-1. Or 3-1, sorry. Scoreboard was wrong. Now scoreboard says 3-2. I believe it's 3-1 though. Ball high, and Kelsey is aboard. And that will bring up first baseman Chris Hoffman for Roger Bacon. Kelsey getting a sizable lead, and he is going. That was a foul ball down the third baseline. And someone's going to have to get that ball before we start. So hopefully the Knights dugout saw that he was running on the pitch, and they are going to give him a little more attention. We have not seen a throw over yet to first, and he's got a huge lead. Now the throw over. So Roger Bacon having bullpen work since the game began, but no threat of a new pitcher coming in. I think they're just trying to get some guys' arms loose. And I'm going to tell you that it looks like they need to get some work because that pitcher just threw that ball into the infield. So they have to call time to clear it. And we are set again. Mengen delivers. Ball high. Kelsey gets a decent lead here. Throw back, and he was leaning. Oh, and Sam dropped the tag. That was very close. And seeing as the umpire owes us 2 calls at this point, maybe could have gotten that one. He has a even larger lead. Oh, that was right in the middle of the back. And he's going to feel that one. He's feeling that one now. And so there are 2 on board here. No outs. And that brings up shortstop Chris McDaniel to the plate. That's a ground ball right past Girding, and that's Meyer bobbles the ball in the outfield, and that's going to score a run. And so Roger Bacon is on the scoreboard here in the top of the 3rd. And the score is 1-0. Bringing to the plate Dylan Polk for the 2nd time this evening. Dylan DHing tonight. He played first base on Friday against the Knights. The pitch, high, ball 1. So a decent sized lead here at second base. Ooh, that was a strike, and that was in the chalk inside. So at least they're calling them that way for both teams. That was a nice breaking ball. 1-2 is the count. So let's see if Mengen can pitch himself out of this with Polk. Oh, just missing, and that was about 1 ball off the black. So 2-2 is the count. Runners at second and first. And Mahoney having to drop to block that one up. And the count is full. So 1 pitch away. Got strikeout walk here. But 1 ball away from bases being loaded for Roger Bacon here in the 3rd. And the payoff. That missed. And the bases are loaded. So we will see what the Knights will do here with 1 out in the inning. I'm sure the corners will be up. Middle of the infield. Playing back at double play depth. And ball high to pitcher Evan Webb, and there's no place to put a base runner, so Mengen needs to work himself out of this. Just throw strikes and trust your defense. That's a hit ball into the gap. Meyer gets it back into 3rd. Mahoney is backing up the throw and makes the stop, so 1 run will score. And the score is now Roger Bacon 2, Alter 0. Joey Hosel, pitching coach for Alter, is going to go out and have a talk with Danny. So we need a couple infield ground balls here to get out of the inning. And coming up for Roger Bacon is center fielder Jake Cheetah. So again, corners are up. And the runner on first and second have sizable leads. That's a pass ball, and that's going to score a run. And the score is 3-0. So at this point, you just got to D up here. You can't get frustrated. You have to reset. You got to make the plays in front of you. And I will say that I think if there's one thing that the Knights are still struggling with, it's just that once they're runners on base through walks, there's some frustration, and then the mental errors take over. Just need to get tougher. That's a ground ball to McClanahan. He needs to tag him at home. Nice play. And they're 2 away. So I wouldn't say that was the best base running by Roger Bacon. That was a ground ball, and Sam McClanahan charged that, and the third baseman just didn't think twice. Just ran right into the tag. So 2 out in the inning, and Jacob Brookbank, the right fielder, is up. The 2 left-handers back to back. Runner going on the pitch. No throw down there. No need to throw it down. We want to get this batter with 2 outs, and now they're runners at second and third. Let's not get fancy. Let's just stop the bleeding and get out of the inning. Mangan just missing outside. Breaking ball. And 2 balls on Brookbank. So Danny just looking to climb back into this 1 pitch at a time. Nice fastball. Mahoney dropped and blocked it. Overall, Mahoney doing a really nice job behind the plate in his first start. There's just been a lot of balls bouncing off that turf, and he getting most of them here. And the count is 3-1. So again, 1 pitch away from loading them. Mangan just needs to pitch 1 ball at a time here. That's a ground ball to Homan. Gets by Homan to the outfield. That's going to score. And Roger Bacon is up 5-0 now. Ryan Holla is up. The runner at first. That's a ground ball. Claiborne fields it cleanly. Tosses on. That's a ground ball. Claiborne fields it cleanly. Scores 5 times, and in the middle of the third, the score is 5-0. Okay, so leading off the bottom of the third inning is catcher Matt Mahoney, batting for the first time in a varsity game this year. See what Matt can do. Swing and a miss. Mahoney fouls it back and out of play. 2 strikes. So, true to form, let's look for the junk here. That ball is fouled up and away. There's the junk. High. 1-2. Wind dying down just a bit here. Still there are gusts. Strike 3. And as one of the fans said a couple rows in front of me, that ball was low and outside. I think the umpire just wanted to show off his nice ring him up looks here. So with 1 out, Danny Mangan bats for the second time this evening. Ball outside. Two balls. Strike 1. 2-1's the count on Mangan. Feels like the air's been taken out of the night dugout here. They need some energy back up. Inside into the backstop. 3-1. And it's got to start somewhere. So let's see if we can get Mangan here on base. Ball is fouled up and out of play. Full count. That ball is popped up. That may fall, but nope. The right fielder comes up and is able to make the catch. So 2 outs in the inning. And Sam McClanahan comes to bat. Ball inside. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. Sam needs to rip his hands through. They're just a little bit slow as they're coming through the plate. Ball's outside. 2-2. Ball outside, and the count is full. The payoff. Ball low, and McClanahan is on base with 2 outs here. And Zach Claiborne comes to the plate with 2 outs. Ball low. Catcher has to drop to block that one. Both catchers earning their paychecks here tonight, blocking up, not wanting pass ball to the screen. Quick throw over to first, but McClanahan was only maybe a foot off first base. Ball is high and outside. Dropping down to block it. 3-0's the count. And Alex Dunkel is on deck for the Knights. If Claiborne walks here. Quick throw back. McClanahan walks it up. The 3-0 delivery. That's a strike. (3-1). That's inside, and we have two aboard here for the Knights, and Roger Bacon's pitching coach is going to make a quick trip out to the mound to have a word. All right, so the meeting is done at the mound, and we are ready to go. 2 outs in the inning, runners on first and second, a mini rally here. Let's see what we can do here with Alex Dunkel up to bat. Ball missing outside. So Webb struggling just a little bit. He's been on the plate all day, and last two batters he's been missing. That ball is same spot, low and outside, 2-0. Delivery. Strike. Webb delivers, swing and a miss. And the count evens at 2-2. That ball is inside, and runners will be going here. 3-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, and first move, and the Knights are off and running here. So the delivery, that ball is fouled up and just out of play. And again, they'll be moving on motion. The payoff, that ball's inside and bases are loaded. So after 2 quick outs in the inning, he has walked the bases full, and sophomore Matt Scheretti comes to bat. Oh, and he hits that one solid. That's going to be over the left fielder's head. It goes to the fence. 1 run will score. 2, here comes another runner. Dunkel's coming hard. It's going to be a plate-to-plate, the slide, and he got him. So 2 runs score, though, on a monster hit by Matt Scheretti. And Matt needed that one for his confidence, and he got it. And Alter putting together a rally here in the bottom of the third inning, going with 2 outs, stepping up and not giving up, fighting back, and at the end of 3 complete, the score is now 5-2. So while we have time here, let's take a minute and meet our catch.
Hi, I'm Max Homan. I'm a freshman here at Alter. I play for the Alter baseball team, and today I'm interviewing
Matt Mahoney, junior at Alter.
Are you a pitcher?
Yes,
And do you play any other positions?
I play second base.
All right. So when you're on the mound, you got what's your go-to pitch?
Definitely the curveball.
Sticking with the cheese. Do you play with the team in the off season when you're not training with the Alter Knights?
I do not. I'm a golfer.
Oh, okay. And what are you most excited for about this year's team?
I'm excited for the road to state this year.
Road to Huntington starts today. So what are your plans after graduation? Are you where you want to go to school, maybe your major? Are you going to play any sports?
I want to major in political science at the University of Dayton, hopefully.
All right, sounds good. Do you got any secret talents that nobody knows about?
Play the piano.
Ooh, okay. All right, so I got some rapid-fire questions here. All right, you ready? So, Chipotle or Canes?
Canes.
D-Marine or Easton?
D-Marine.
Country or rap?
Country.
Reds or Indians?
Ooh. Definitely Reds.
Nintendo or Xbox?
Xbox.
So here we have it, Matt Mahoney Jr.
All right, so we are back here and leading things off for Roger Bacon in the top of the 4th inning. We have a leadoff Jake Speed here. Strike. 1-1 delivery. Ground ball to Claiborne. Claiborne is up. Throw over to first and pulled McClanahan off the bag a bit, but McClanahan took the glove and touched the bag, so there was no question, and there's one away in the inning. So that will bring up second baseman Evan Kelsey for Roger Bacon. Ball 1. Ball in the dirt. Ball 2. So got to get Mangan here working ahead in the count here to begin the inning, so he can use his go-to pitches. Wind up in delivery. Strike. Nice pitch. Worked its way outside in. Two-one count with 1 out here. Didn't quite break, and 3-1 is the count on Evan Kelsey. Just missed high, and we have 1 aboard here. Bringing up first baseman Chris Hoffman for Roger Bacon. Kelsey getting a sizable lead. Mangan noticing that, quickly throwing over to first. delivery. That is screecher right down the third base line. That's fair. That's in the bullpen. That's going to score a runner all the way from first. Ball quickly back to Girding at third, and Hoffman does his job. So a double to the Alter bullpen, scoring one. And they get one of them back that they gave away top of last inning. And the score is now 6-2. Chris McDaniel, the shortstop, batting. Ball low. Strike, outside corner, 1-1. The delivery, just missing high. That ball is hit high and deep to the outfield, and that is to the warning track. That's going to score one. A play at third here. He is out at third base, sliding head first, and he is out. Let's take another look. Head first, and he is out. Let's take another look. And on that play, another run scores. Nice play at third base, and there are 2 outs in the inning, clearing the bases, and Dylan Polk comes to bat. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball by Danny Mangan. And quickly the count is 0-2. Timeout. And the 0-2 delivery. That ball is hit deep to center field. Scheretti back, and makes an over-the-shoulder catch in center field to end the inning. Center field, Scheretti back, and makes an over-the-shoulder catch in center field. And in the middle of the fourth, Spartans get those 2 runs back that they gave up, and the score is 7-2. All right, so the Knights able to put together a rally last inning with 2 outs. Let's see if they can put one together this inning a little earlier. So they're showing they can definitely hit Webb out there. They just need to put something together here. It's a foul ball back to the fence. One strike delivery. That ball is hit to right field. Right fielder coming up and making the play. 1 out. And that will bring up Max Homan for the second time this evening. Fouled up and out of play. The 0-1 delivery. That ball is fouled up and out of play again. And he needs to get that bat head around a little bit quicker, judging by where those foul balls are going. Got to rip those hands through and get that bat head through. 2 strikes, expect the junk. There it is. He got messed up. And the throw on to first. And they're 2 away in the inning. So with 2 outs, that will bring up a left fielder, Nolan Meyer. Swing and a miss. 1 strike. Strike 2. So quickly, a tale of 2 innings here. Last inning, Webb was struggling to find the strike zone, and he has been on target and on time here in the bottom of the 4th, and he rung him up. And that call was a ridiculous 2 balls off the outside of the plate. And Knights are done here in the bottom of the 4th, and the score is 7-2. And we are set to begin here. Top of the 5th inning. Roger Bacon ahead 7-2. Knights need a quick 1-2-3 inning here if they have a chance of coming back here late in the game. Ball just missing low. Got a ball on the field here. Roger Bacon has 2 right-handers up in the bullpen. Strike 1. Ball missing outside. Ground ball, smoked, foul. That's going to roll all the way to the 330 fence post. And somebody's finally retrieved it, and we are ready to go. So the count is 1-2. Ground ball. Claiborne has to move left to right. Comes over, makes the play, throws him out at first. Nice play by Zach Claiborne. Coming across towards the second base bag and making the quick throw to first. And we have 1 out in the inning. Jake Cheetah, center fielder, up to bat. Ball outside. We have a full week of baseball here. A lot of baseball this week. Tomorrow night, the JV team is down at Howe Field, ball low, for a matchup against the CJ Eagles. And on Wednesday, Alter is back here at Wright State, the varsity, versus Hamilton Baden. Thursday, nice breaking ball. And Thursday, the JV is back at Howe Field against CJ for a second time. Friday, the Knights travel down. Ball bounces to the fence. Friday, Knights travel down 75 and then over on 129 to play Baden at Baden at Joyce Park. And then Saturday, a doubleheader against Xenia at 11 and 1:30. And that is away at Xenia. So a lot of baseball to be played this week for the Alter Knights. And ball 4. So Bengen puts the second runner on base in the inning. And that will bring up Jacob Brookbank, the right fielder. He's made a few plays out in right field today on the run. Sizable lead by Cheetah over at first. I think you need to check him. And he does. Nice throw over. Just ahead of the tag. Mengen put that right where the ball needed to be. Cheetah back right where he was before. Cheetah going on the pitch. Ball outside, and he will be in at second base with the steal. So this has kind of been the MO of the Spartans tonight, is they get a guy on, get him over to second base, and then driving him in on a ball to the outfield. So Knights need to recognize and shut that down here. That ball is popped up in the infield. Claiborne's calling everybody off, rolls to the outfield, and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs in the inning, runner on second, and that will bring up Ryan Holla, left fielder. Nice pitch by Mengen for a strike. Strike two. Roger Bacon's fans having the same reaction that we've had quite a few times this evening. Welcome to the club. So Claiborne back on the outfield almost for this batter, playing super deep. And that was a ball. So the count is 1-2. Mengen delivers. That drops it right in front of him, but the runner will advance to third. The good news is Mahoney blocked that up, did not allow that to go to the backstop, which could have been trouble. And Roger Bacon has a runner on third base here with a 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. That's going to score a run here. So Knights not helping themselves here tonight. Roger Bacon getting a few hits, but scoring 8 runs on only four hits. So Mengen just missing. And that's going to roll over the order and bringing up number 24, third baseman Jake Speed. Jake was playing shortstop last Friday evening for the Spartans. Tonight he moves over to third base. Runners going. Throw down. Not in enough time. That's behind Speed. Had to duck to get out of the way. Quick throw. Second. But Hollow back without any problem. Delivery. Two balls, so you don't want to get ahead here. Put another runner on base. So 3-0 the count actually. And bases are and Coach Mike Hosel's going to call time and go out and have a word at the mound. So we have runners on first and second here, 1 run in the top of the 5th, and the score 8-2. And we'll have to see here what's going on. I think Mengen is done for the day, and looks like Spencer Girding is going to come on in relief for the first time this year. So with the seniors on their trip out in Washington, D.C., this week we have a lot of firsts here for the Knights. We have Matt Mahoney getting his first start behind the plate for the Knights. Max Homan getting his first start at second base this year. Spencer Girding pitching for the first time this year. And out in left field, Nolan Meyer getting his first start. So not an ideal situation as far as missing guys during a stretch where we've got a lot of games going on, but it is what it is. It's spring, and you just got a lot of stuff going on, especially with the seniors. So we're ready to begin here. Runners on first and second, 2 outs here. Top of the 5th. First pitch is outside. So Spencer hoping to get the Knights out of the inning here without any more damage. That ball was way inside. 2-0. So Coach Mike Hosel's doing everything he can to preserve pitching. We've got runners going, and on a dropped pitch, they're all going to advance safely. And that ball was a strike, that pitch, and so the count is 2-1. But with this stretch, just trying to save the pitching as much as we can because we don't know what the rest of the week will hold. That ball is popped up. And, oh, another fantastic catch by Matt Scheretti, his second one of the game, running up, and he caught that at his shoelaces. So the Knights get out of the inning, but not before giving up a run. And going into the bottom of the 5th, the score is 8-2, Roger Bacon. So you can close the book on Webb tonight. He pitched nope, he is back out there. I'm sorry, somebody else was out there throwing a ball. Trying to psych me out here. So we are ready to begin here, and Matt Mahoney comes up to bat, and the first pitch chops it foul, third base side. 1 strike. And Webb pitching a nice game, getting into trouble just in 1 inning, but other than that, he has been on or right around the plate all night. Just like that pitch, and 2 strikes quickly. And if nothing else, he has been predictable here once he gets up quickly in the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Quickly 1 away for the Knights here in the 5th. And it's important. I know just the way the tempo is and you're down, guys just need to slow the game down and just let the game come to them. Work each pitch. There's a nice ground ball right to the shortstop, 1 bouncer, who throws it over to first and retires Mengen for the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs in the inning, that brings up first baseman Sam McClanahan. Ball missing. So if the scoreboard is correct, the Knights only have one hit this evening. That was a call strike. And apparently the umpire has dinner plans and is trying to get out of here quickly. Ball missing. 2-1 is the count. Fouled back to the screen. 2-2. Sam calls time. Nice hit by McClanahan past the second baseman and into the outfield. And with 2 outs, we have 1 aboard. And that will bring up junior shortstop Zach Claiborne. Strike 1 pitch. Quick throw back. McClanahan is in. Oh, he called a balk there, so McClanahan moves over to second base. That ball gets away from the catcher, and McClanahan is over to third base. So yeah, umpire signaled 3-0, and that is not correct. Count should be 3-1. The umpire out in the field just signaled 1-1, but Zach has been up there quite a bit. So I will tell you what, these 2 umpires are in no danger of moving up to AAA ball here tonight. I'm telling you, they need to be doing some rec ball games here. So they figured it out. They're just not going to share with us what that count is. And the delivery, Claiborne hits it, chops it to third base, who throws it over, and the side is retired. So at the end of 5 complete, the score is Roger Bacon 8, Alter 2.
We'll see you. Take care.
We are just about ready to get started here in the top of the sixth inning. And defensively, Girding goes back out on the pitcher's mound. Homan moves from second base to third base. And Danny Mangan stays in the game, and he will play second base. So a little bit of position jockeying. Everything else stays the same out there. And we are ready to begin. And Chris Hoffman, the first baseman for Roger Bacon, will lead things off. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Just missing outside. 1-1. Time is called. Girding took just a little bit too much time out on the mound. The delivery. That is hit solidly to center field, but I am telling you what, Scheretti made another fantastic running catch right at his feet to retire the batter. Scheretti having a heck of an all-around game here tonight. Great hit last at bat, and he has made now 3 outstanding plays in the outfield. So I think Scheretti making a case for moving over to center field next year for the Knights when Barhorst graduates and moves on. That first pitch just missing, and that ball is hit high and deep to left field, and that's going to be over the head of Nolan Meyer. He throws to all the way from the outfield over to third base. And Chris McDaniel just pokes that ball and just crushes it to the left center field fence. And we will have a pinch hitter today for the designated hitter out there, and that is Jack Tegeter is coming in for Dylan Polk. Strike one. One out here on the top of the sixth. Oh, ball just missing. Ball was right at the face mask of catcher Matt Mahoney, but a little too high. Ball two. So pace slowing down here just a little bit. Tegeter asking for time and gets it. And the scoreboard says 2-1 is the count. The delivery. Ball missing outside. And we're one pitch away from runners on first and second here in the top of the sixth inning. Strike two. So the count is full. The payoff. That ball is hit high to the outfield. Sharetti is over, makes the catch, and there will be no tag. And we have 2 outs in the inning. So it would be nice after that monster hit to the outfield to leave him stranded on second base. But it will be up to pitcher Evan Webb here with 2 outs for Roger Bacon. Ball high. So tomorrow night, it does not look like we will be broadcasting the game on the air. I will probably not be able to make it out to the game in enough time. Ball missing outside, but if all things work out, we will be back on the air Wednesday night, back out here at Wright State for a GCL matchup between Alter and Hamilton-Baden. Baden always tough. Ball swing and a miss. So I will tell you, there is very rarely any type of easy GCL game here. Games are always competitive and the teams are tough, and it shows once these teams hit tournament. Fouled back to the screen. We have 2s all the way across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Girding looks in, gets the sign, and comes set. Asks for time. Girding taking a little bit too much time for the liking of Roger Bacon here this inning, trying to get the sign. The delivery. Ball high, and the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second base. He's not necessarily running on the pitch. And that's to the backstop, but he's going to jog over to third base. We have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Girding delivers. Ball low, delayed steal, no throw. Alter not worried about the runner. They just need to get the batter out here, and that's Jake Cheetah at the plate. Center fielder. The ball is hit right back to Girding, who jogs over to first before flipping it, and Knights get out of the inning at the middle of the 6th inning. The score is 8-2 Roger Bacon. a pitching change here for Roger Bacon in the bottom of the 6th inning. The former right fielder, Jacob Brookbank, now comes in to pitch for Roger Bacon, and Alter will have a different look here as Brookbank is a left-handed pitcher. So warming up, it didn't look like we saw a whole lot. It was mostly fastballs, but it did tail off a bit. So the first pitch, that ball is popped up and no man's territory, and that's going to fall. That's actually going to roll. So Alex Dunkel is in business here, bottom of the 6th inning, with a bloop between first base, second base, and right field. And so first person on base, Matt Scheretti comes up for this, looking for his second big hit of the game here for the Knights. He had a monster shot left center earlier. Ball is high. And being a left-handed pitcher here, we have not seen a move over to first, so might not be bad to test it out and see what kind of move he has. He pitches. Ball misses. High, 2-0. So Spencer Girding on deck for the Knights. .3-0. So no way in the world Scheretti will have the green light here with the 3-0 pitch. Looking to get something going here. 8-2 the score. Throw over to first. And that was not his best move, I guarantee you. Dunkel leads at first. The delivery. Strike one. .3-1 pitch coming up. The delivery. That ball is hit high center field. Center fielder's over and makes the catch for out number one. So with one away, that brings up pitcher Spencer Girding. Ball fouled back to the net. One strike. Strike on the outside corner, and quickly the count is 0-2 on Spencer Girding. Max Homan on deck for the Knights. Dunkel leads at first base. Infield playing back. That's fouled back to the net. The delivery. Two-two. And catcher couldn't hold on to that one, and makes you wonder if he was able to drop and frame that, what would have been the call. Spencer pops that one up, bloops it, and tries to get a double play. However, it bounces right back to him. and he is out trying to go to second base. So the ball bounces right off the wall to the first baseman, and he is able to make the throw over to second base, and Dunkel is thrown out, and that is it for the Knights in the inning. So double play there. That went 6-3 to 6. So at the end of 6 complete, the score is 8-2 Roger Bacon. Okay, so we are back, top of the 7th inning, and the Knights trailing 8-2. Hopefully they have a rally in them. But first things first, we have to get the side retired here for Roger Bacon. And trying to stay in the Knights' way is pitcher Jacob Brookbank, who leads things off. First pitch, ball one. Strike outside corner, 1-1. Two and one the count. That ball is popped up foul and out of play. Third base side. 2-2 is the count. Just missing. Count is full. Ball four. Knight's not crazy about that ball four. Nonetheless, that brings up Ryan Holla, left fielder for Roger Bacon. Spencer missing outside, ball one. ball is popped up and about 15 feet from me, right in front of the press box. 1-1. Ooh, nice off speed. Swing and a miss. Hollis shaking his head, saying he wish he had that one back. Big lead at first, and he's just going. You got to check him. So now the only play is at first. He has to hurry to make that throw, and he does. Now we got to play at third. Oh, missing the play at third, just ahead of the tag. And we have one out in the inning. Runner on third. And the order rolls over for Roger Bacon, bringing up Jake Speed. Mahoney making a nice stop there, keeping a run from scoring on that pitch. Infield playing back, normal depth here, not really worried about the run. Strike is the call, 1-1. That is smoked to left field. That's going to score a run. And the score is now 9-2 in favor of Roger Bacon. And Evan Kelsey comes to the plate. Roger Bacon, a tough team all around. They can hit the ball well. They field exceptionally. And pitching, they've been spot on tonight, especially. Ball misses outside. And Spencer needs to check that runner over at first base. Same thing happened last batter. You gotta, when you're taking off before you even deliver, you gotta mix it up a little bit. That's a strike. Outside. So with Spencer inside outside, from what I can see, is he just needs to keep his line coming downhill. Just missing ball 4. So he's just got to look where he's coming downhill, where that foot's coming down, and where he's whipping around that right foot. So wherever that foot goes, that's where the ball has been going. So with one out, runners at first and second. Missing ball 1. Missing again, ball 2. So you need to think about it here and adjust. If the pitch continually goes outside, got to move your stride inside here. There we go. But that's high. 3 balls is the count on the batter. Chris Hoffman. Chris McDaniel, the shortstop, is on deck for Roger Bacon. Swing and fouled back, and he had the green light on a 3-0 count. That ball is popped up foul territory. McClanahan is over, waiting for it, and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs in the inning. So as you can see by the scene, it's starting to get a little darker earlier than normal. It's 7:30 here, but quite a bit of cloud cover tonight. Chris McDaniel is up to bat. Delivery, runners are going. 2 bounced it to third. And 1 ball on the batter. So need to acknowledge the base runners there to keep them honest. Being the first time Spencer's out there thrown into a tough situation, can't fault him. 2-0 is the count. And that hit him. And bases are loaded here. Bringing up Jack Tegeter for the second time, and he came in last inning as for a designated hitter Dylan Polk. So he's hitting for the second time this evening. Bases loaded. The Knights infield is playing back at normal depth. First pitch is a strike right over. Nice pitch. Just missing high. Let's do the backstop. Runners coming in. And it's 10-2. So Roger Bacon making the most of alternate mistakes this evening, scoring 10 runs on 5 hits, taking advantage of 2 errors for the Knights. That's a strike. And, you know, the Knights just, they've got to get better at tightening up these things as they get deeper into GCL play. This thing outside, and count is now 3-2 with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And so Spencer Girding helping his own cause here, getting out of the inning, but 1 runs across, and at the end of 6.5, going into the bottom of the 7th inning, the score is 10-2 in favor of Roger Bacon. Okay, we're just about ready to begin the bottom of the 7th inning. And as a reminder, the JV team will be at CJ tomorrow, Howell Field playing. The varsity will be back out here Wednesday night against Hamilton Baden. JV will be back against CJ on Thursday night at Howell Field. On Friday, Alter's varsity travels to Joyce Park for a road game against the Baden Rams. And then Saturday, we have a doubleheader at Xenia. Max gets hold of the first pitch. That's a drive to left field over on the line. And the ball is caught for out number 1. So Homan gave it a ride. But at the end of the rainbow was a Roger Bacon Spartan. And there's one out. Folks, I wish I could make this a little more entertaining for you tonight, but unfortunately, it's not. That's a ground ball right across the middle. Shortstop makes a nice play and throws over to first for the second out of the inning. So Meyer and Homan quickly jumping on early pitches, and there are 2 outs. And it is up to Matt Mahoney to keep everything going. And a few fans here leaving the game early, hoping to beat the traffic out of the parking garage here. So Mahoney ground ball, shortstop. Shortstop makes a nice play over to first, and that is the ball game. So the final score here tonight out at Wright State University, the Roger Bacon Spartans defeat the Alter Knights by a score of 11-2, 10-2. I'm sorry about that. That's a final score. My computer went into sleep mode here. And so, unfortunately, the Knights have dropped a couple here in a row, but it was a young team. Shortened up team here tonight as they played without any of the seniors who are in Washington, D.C. So they'll try again in a couple days against Hamilton Baden and just see where we can go from there. It's one game at a time. Tomorrow the JV will be at CJ, and we wish the seniors, for any that are listening out there, traveling back from Washington, D.C., safe travels. And we will see you. We will not be on the air tomorrow night, but we will be on the air back here 5:30 on Wednesday here at Wright State. So one last time, a final score here from Wright State University. Roger Bacon 10, Alter 2. This is Dave Homan with Alter Knights Baseball. Have a great evening.